When Mariel painted the sky. In a small seaside town where the breeze carried whispers instead of sand, lived Mariel, a quiet girl whose daydreams shimmered like heat on pavement. Every morning, sunlight gilded the rooftops, and kites shaped like glowing thoughts drifted in the sky above. The people of Mindtide Bay believed that if you shared your imagination aloud, it would rise into the air and become one of those living kites. Mariel loved to watch them, stories, songs, and dreams dancing over the sea. But she had never let one of her own go. Her imagination was bright as sunrise, but her voice was shy and soft. She worried that if she shared her dreams, they might not be as beautiful as she hoped. So she kept them tucked away, safe but silent. One afternoon, while searching for seashells along the shore, Mariel spotted something glinting among the driftwood. A snow globe, strange and out of place. Inside wasn't snow, but a tiny ticking sun that spun slowly, glowing gold. As she lifted it, a crackly little voice called out, "Careful, dream keeper! That light belongs to you!" Mariel blinked and looked around. Sitting atop a rock was a paintbrush, old, splattered with dried colour, and very much alive. It said, "I'm Pip, or I was. I keep forgetting what shade I'm supposed to be." Mariel smiled, half in disbelief. "You can talk." "Of course," Pip huffed. "You just had to start listening." He nodded toward the snow globe. "That's no trinket. It's your imagination, trapped and ticking, waiting to escape." That night, as the waves whispered against the cliffs, something cold slithered through the town, a shadow that gathered quiet sighs and half-formed dreams. It was the Whisper Collector, a shape of smoke and stolen thoughts. Its lantern glowed with the dim light of unspoken hopes. Pip trembled. "If you don't free your dream soon, he'll take it, and you'll forget it ever existed." Mariel clutched the glowing snow globe. Its ticking grew frantic, like a frightened heartbeat. "I don't know how," she whispered. "Paint it," Pip said softly. "Speak it. Do anything but hide it." Mariel ran to the highest clef, the wind tugging at her hair. Below, the sea swirled with reflected starlight. Above, the sky waited, wide and dark and ready. The snow globe pulsed in her hands. Cracks of golden light spread across the glass. The Whisper Collector rose from the mist, its smoky fingers reaching. "Quiet hearts belong to me," it hissed. Mariel's breath trembled, but she raised her voice, small at first, then stronger. "My dream is to fill the sky with colour." The snow globe shattered, releasing a burst of radiance. A wave of paint-like light rippled through the air. Blues that hummed like songs, pinks that spun like laughter, yellows that danced like joy. The Whisper Collector shrieked as the colour touched it, breaking it apart into drifting sparks that rose into the kite-filled sky. When the light faded, Pip glowed from bristle to handle, every hue alive again. "You did it," he said proudly. "You painted your dream." The townsfolk awoke to find the morning sky alive with new kites, brilliant, glowing shapes that shimmered with colour. Children pointed and clapped, calling them Mariel's sky. Mariel stood by the cliffs, wind in her hair, heart full. She didn't just imagine beauty anymore, she shared it. On the sand below, the remains of the snow globe had melted into tiny glassy drops, each one holding a spark of light. The tide washed over them gently, carrying the glow out to sea. Above it all, the newest kite, a blazing golden sun, shone brighter than any other. The sea breeze carried Mariel's laughter through Mindtide Bay. She had learned that imagination isn't meant to stay hidden, it's meant to be shared. And somewhere deep below the waves, the faint ticking of a tiny sun still echoed, waiting for the next dreamer, brave enough to let their voice be seen. Somewhere far above, a skyfish glided across the moonlit sea, and perhaps, just perhaps, looked down to smile.